Hello, welcome to Sissy's Cards and Crafts. I am Sissy. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Eastern Ontario, Canada. Today here is not too bad. We've had a cool week, which was nice. Smoke was not bad at all. And I was able to get some gardening, but apparently they decided to come back today. So back to the craft room. Been absent for a week because last week I was helping my son and daughter-in-law do some stuff for a bachelor party. He's that man, so we had to dust off the crickets and start doing a bunch of stuff, which was really fun. Some can cozies, some bags, and hats. So it was really cool. Anyway, I thought let's start today. I'd come back today and use the paper pumpkin for this month, for July. Hooray for birthdays. So just a reminder, the Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription. It's a surprise to everybody what it is. It's released, we get quarterly kind of, we being demonstrators, an idea of what they are, and we can order additional, there's usually a stamp and a die, maybe a couple stamps, and just a couple extra things that you can get just to kind of bump up and use with your paper pumpkins. And they come out quarterly, so you get this extra set, additional stuff for 3 sets. I haven't ordered them. I ordered it once and really found they were nice, but I didn't really use it a lot. So anyway, this is not like the kits that you can buy. The kits, you know what you're getting. You can order it. Everything comes in it. Whereas the Paper Pumpkin, like I say, monthly subscription, we don't know, but everybody gets the same and we all get it at the same time. All right, so let's see what this month has come with. So it always comes with a Stampin' Spot. So the coordinating ink that goes with whatever they've included here. So the Stampin' Spots are just a little stamp ink, sorry, and it's sealed. It is a felt pad, where our traditional ones, I'm just sending everything flying here now, have been foam pads. So if I pull out, which I'll use in this case, the same coordinating ink. I won't open this up, but this is a felt one. So to open one that I've already had, fresh freesia, so it's that little felt. You can re-ink these, and sometimes people, that's what they do. They buy empty uninked Stampin' Spots and the re-inker, and they just keep re-inking it. Whereas these ones, the ones that open up like this, that's a foam pad in there. So they stamp a little bit differently. We have gone back to the felt pads. So this year, all of the in colors have come in felt pads. Again, that's what we'll be going back to in next year, apparently. And the ink refresh, they'll all be felt pads. So just a little bit of info on that. Again, not going to open it. Oh, and if you have, a neat thing is if you have our Glass Mat Studio and this lovely little, I've heard one of the demonstrators here in Canada, Rose Coleman, call this her little charcuterie board, which I think is cute. But these little Stampin' Spots are meant to fit right in there, so they're easy to utilize. So this little silicone tray just is very handy. Anyway, we get that with our Paper Pumpkin. You get the stamps, and I'll show you these in a minute. And then everything's always wrapped up, and I always say, you know, it's kind of nice because you get a little, oh, this is really, there's a good heft to this. It's a little present that you get to open every month. And I am that person that refolds and saves the tissue paper because you never know when you're going to need it. You know, if you want to reuse this gift or this box for a gift, so you've got your tissue paper already ready to go. You just tuck it in. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? Oops. I'm sorry, my mic has been off. Have you heard all that? I'm so sorry if you haven't heard that. Hopefully that's better. So just to recap, felt pad of Stampin' Spot is here. and all of our stuff here, as well as our stamps. So again, I apologize. We're going to open this up, and we're going to see what's in here. So everything is included, as I've already said, but with your first, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and you can do that month by month, which is going to be your most expensive, or quarterly or annually, or I think it's every 6 months as well. You can do that. And with your first one, you get a block. This one needs to be cleaned, but that's what you're going to get in your kit for your first Paper Pumpkin. Then that's it. This one you need to hold on to, or of course you can use your other blocks if you have the acrylic blocks from Stampin' Up, or any acrylic blocks that you get. They all work. All right, you get your adhesive. So we have our tear and tape here, glue dots, and these are some mini dimensionals. So everything you need comes in the kit, and then you get whatever else. So these are our card bases. They already come pre-folded, which is unique. Usually you fold them yourselves, but they are pre-folded. And we have, there's usually 9. I'm not quite seeing it, but we'll see. We have 6 here. And then you get envelopes, and the envelopes can be very unique. These ones have like a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, kind of a little embossed sheen there. And oh, so one's one shape. This is a different shape. And oh, then we have a different shape. So there must be 9 cards in here, 3 of 3 different designs. And coordinating to that, we have these here. They're going to go on. How they do that, I don't know. And then we have some other ones. Here, this looks like a fun fold card. So these are scored. We will see what those are. More punch outs or die cuts. Oh, these look like stickers. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All these flowers. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a fun one. Okay, here's our instructions. This is why I didn't show you the stamps, because here are the stamps. They coordinate just like that. So we've got kind of a tic-tac-toe or hashed mark sort of thing. Hugs and wishes, hooray, happy birthday, it's your day, and then some parts of a flower. And here, this just shows you what's in the content. And this is what we are making. Okay, so they are all kind of fun folds. They pop up. Neato, neato. All right, let's do them. So card 1, we have, and it's all pictorial, which every month I say this, which is really nice because it doesn't matter your language. Of course, for different languages, you're going to get different, will be in your language, the stamps. But they're very easy to follow. So it's going to show here that I think at one point it shows what you need for each. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm wrong. I'm thinking of something else. All right. So we're going to need our block. Got a block. We need our ink. We're going to use the hashtag, and you can see they've done it 3 times there. If you can see that. The triple fold one, the pink one, then the arc one, and some flowers, and then the dimensionals. All right, let's do it. Okay, so our ink, block, and then so we have hugs and wishes, it's your day, with this little hashtag. And the hugs and wishes are going to be on, let me sort these out. There's those over there. Hugs and wishes and it's your day are going to be on these. Are these all the same? looks like it. It's just but it fit them. So that's gonna fit it. It's gonna fit it. Perfect. Yeah, they're all the same. So let's just okay. So to them. Right. Just run. I like to run my fingers just to make sure those little pointy parts aren't there. All right, then we're going to utilize this one here that has the 3 or the 2 folds on it. We're going to hold it like this. So I guess inside we're doing it. Yeah, okay. I always like to take my stamp and clean it first. A lot of people will say you've got to season it. So one way of seasoning it, I've seen people just rub it on their hand. I just like to give it a good clean. And I always do a practice stamp. So I'm just going to grab an extra piece of cardstock here. I've given that a good scrub. And then we will just give it its first try here on a piece of scrap. Look at that. And then sometimes I like to just give it a good scrub like that to make sure it works. Okay, so 3 of these. I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm just going to kind of offset them a little bit. 3, that. And clean again, put it back. And then what were the other ones we wanted? Hudson Wishes. So how are things in where you are? I would really appreciate some comments. Just throw in the comments where you're from, what if you get the Paper Pumpkin, what you like about Paper Pumpkin or stamping, or just say hi. Let's give that a trial first because it looks a little, you can tell sometimes it just looks a little bubbly. And that's just that new just because it's new and the oils that are used to create the stamp. And now I'm just using my Glass Mat Studio just to line that up with the grid. And then I'm gonna get this on here and stamp. And you'll see it sticks. All I do is take my baby finger and I just kind of hit it right in the corner and that pops it off. Okay, so It's Your Day is our next one. And yeah, what is your day looking like there? Do you, and it's Sunday, Sunday the July 26th. Oh my goodness. Now we all say summer's going by quickly. I'm not a summer person, so yeah, I kind of hate to see summer go by so quickly because I like to garden. That is a nice part of summer, but I also dislike the bugs. I really am not somebody that enjoys the heat. And then you hear of our world just burning with all these forest fires. You know, you don't have those things in the winter. Now, there are things in the winter too, so don't get me wrong, but I kind of enjoy the winter. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's the stamping for that. I'm going to put this away because I've already started to make a bit of a mess with it. And now we've got to get out our instructions are telling us to get out all these flowers. So I'm going to look at this picture here to see what we require for the flowers. They're so beautiful. They've got the gold. No, they don't. I thought they had gold foiling in them, but it's just the way it's punched out. All right, so I need a blue one. This blue one. This pink one. Orange one. They're all very similar, but yet slightly different. So kind of look at what's there. I'm thinking it's that one because it's the only one like that. And then that. Okay. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is all just one stem here. Look at that. 1, 2. That one it must be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. That's what we've got. Now we want to put dimensionals on everything. So we're going to flip them over and dimensionalize them. Okay. And these as well. So you'll note they have little octagonal spots that show, or no, these are octagonal. So these are dimensionals. These are glue dots. These are dimensionals. And then this is the tear and tape. So forgot that we were given glue dots as well. Just pull these out. These can be a little tricky to get on, but just use your fingers. And my fingers lately a little bit sore. I'm struggling with my arthritis a bit, and my hands look so terrible because I was painting yesterday, but I got it done. My hands are dry from that. Okay, so those are the little glue dots. Now our dimensionals are going to go right in the center of these flowers. If you need, you can take your pick, or this little something with a point on it will help pull these out if you're struggling, especially a new package. And it's easier if you've got them down on the tape on the solid surface to do that instead of in your hand. It's a smarter way of doing it. And then they have 3 on these. So 1, oh, I stuck them together. 2, 3. And then I'll just save the tear and tape for the other. Well, I guess that is kind of the next step. All right, then. So we're going to use this. And then I'm going to grab. Okay, and I'm going to tear tape along. And now it's showing along the bottom half. So I'm thinking that is very important to make sure we do it on the bottom half. Just the way the card looks to move. You don't want to just place it anywhere. There's usually a reason for it. Be where it is. Okay. So let's do this first. It's showing the flowers, or the petals here, are going to go on the bottom. I'm getting dingles on my, it's probably messaging me. And I'm just going to pull these off. I can't even see the glue dots, but they're there. Okay. And then we're just going to place this along the bottom. Now it is hanging off a little bit, so I guess that's part of what we're going to do here. 2 like that. All right, didn't quite get it centered, but it's only card, right? Okay, and then what one goes where? Does it really matter? Probably not, but let's follow what they have here. So this one we've got there. This one, kind of put them in color order, which I think I would if I was doing them differently. Oh, I see something else that's there. I didn't realize. Okay, so I think I put that dimensional on the wrong side. I think I'm missing something. There. This one. Then this one. What's your favorite season? Do you like summer, winter, spring? Fall is beautiful as well. I just feel like, partly because I don't like the heat, I feel like I just kind of come to life in the fall. All right, let's see the stickers. Look at, there's little yellow dots for the center. So I'm thinking we're going to use these little tiny ones here. And they're going to go in the center. And this is like a sticker, but it's cardstock. So it's quite nice. Yeah, there's even different sizes here. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to find ones that are gonna look the best here. Oh my goodness. It was a little too small, but let's try one of these for this guy here. All right, there we go. Also, birthday goes on here. So which one is birthday? Right here. Oh, that's going to be tricky. So the dot on the eye is separate. We're going to have to come back for that. We're going to put this up here. Like this. And then, like I say, the dot is right there. So we need to come in for that. And I'm going to use my little pointy tool here. And very carefully do that. Okay. Hugs and wishes are going to go just beneath it. This is so sweet. You can go online and find, and I've done it a couple times, find different demonstrators that will do alternatives of the paper pumpkin. I'm just going to try to tuck this in under this flower right here. Okay. And I'm interested to see what they come up with for this one. I think it'll be quite interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take my card base and I'm going to score it. And here is the score line here as well. I believe that is also going to be folded as a mountain fold. So we refer to mountain and valley folds. These are mountain folds because they point up. So the outside of the card is facing up, and then this is, if the outside of the card was this side, this would be a valley fold. Kind of makes sense the way they did it. Oh, where's the one I stamped on? That's the one we want to use. Silly me. Yes, that one's ready to go for the next one. Okay, so I'm going to actually leave this like this, and then I'm going to pull my tape off, or the paper off the tape. Look at this. Okay. And then we're going to make sure this just gets centered and goes on like this. Double check that my tape is below that. That's why I said that was important to kind of follow the rules there. And then normally they don't do the inside of the cards, but this one we're going to need to do it. And normally they don't do anything that has a pop-up on it, but this one does need it. So we're going to go and we're going to adhere this here like that. And then when this sits up, that's the stopper for it. So I kind of crease that a little bit too much. Then it folds up like that. And if you've got jewels or you want to put some other things there, maybe extra flowers, we've got these flower stamps. I think that would be lovely to stamp them in around here to kind of dress that up a little bit. But that is a very pretty card. So that's card 1. All right, card 2. It's going to use the blue card base. What did I do with them? I did drop them here. Okay. The blue card base. And these also have that fold here. So, let's go like this. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do the same sort of thing inside with this hashtag and stick it in there for the background. You know what? I kind of think I just soon use a flower and then hashtag. But we'll stick with the hashtag. I do think I'm going to figure out where I put everything first off. I'm going to stamp off first. Just follow me for a minute. I'm going to take my extra piece. I'm going to take my ink. And I'm going to ink up my hashtag. I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to come in here and stamp it. So it's lighter. It's not that full strength. And then when I put the other piece on top, it's going to look a little bit bolder, I think, in my own mind. Maybe it won't. Let me have my moment here. Okay, so then we do It's Your Day and Birthday Wishes again. Why did I just get out of the block here? Because I got a feeling we're going to use that again. All right. And gardening. Like I said, I enjoy summer because I enjoy gardening. We really only grow tomatoes. We've got some squash in this year because we do use squash and it does winter well. So we're going to do that. And I can tomatoes because we use a lot of tomatoes. But I mostly like my garden, flower garden. So, what do you do? Do you garden? Do you enjoy it? Do you dislike it? Do you have the space to do it? Because that's something, right? But a lot of people, even in small little spaces, are doing container gardens, which are quite nice, especially if done right. One relative, but she is doing container gardening. She has the property, but just I don't know why. I think she says her dad does it that way. So maybe. Oh, this is birthday wishes we want. It is a little different. All right. Put it up a bit. I'm just going to put this on the other side of my block so I can do double duty here. Scrub my Stampin' Scrub. They don't have these anymore, the Stampin' Scrubs, as I've said before. But you can use one of the chamois. They have a nice chamois, apparently, that cleans really well. And you could just put it in a case. You have an old stamp case, or you can buy the stamp cases. This is a great set because we have birthdays coming up. Everybody has birthday cards that they require. So to have a bunch of different ones is handy. All right, so I've done that. Now the flowers, again, we need to source our flowers. And I'm going to look at this picture here. I think this one just fell out pretty much. And that's the other thing. When they do these flowers, they're well punched out, so they come out very easily. Just trying to think. It looks like they almost have 2 of each here. So that's a little small one there. And a little small orange one. I guess it's this one here. So I have 6. Right, and then we need our centers. I'll do our centers now. I'll make it a little bit easier to put them in. All right. Use a large one for that flower. And this one as well. Use some medium ones here for these guys. Oh, centered. Probably could have used a large one there. Actually, yeah, let's use a large one there. We need this one over to here. And better. And then this, of course, this little one is going to take a little one. All right, now let's put the dimensionals on back. And these greenery pieces, so 2 of them. These are very delicate, but so pretty. And again, these will be the glue dots. Okay, so glue dots on these. You orient them the way they're shown in the picture, then you can see right where to add where they suggest. Now, all of this said and done, it's your card. You can do whatever you want to do with it. If you get it and you're like, that doesn't make sense to me, I would much rather do it this way, kind of like I did with the Stampin' Off with the one stamp, right? It's your card. Do it what you want. You don't have to follow the instructions. What I find, though, is if I do one, because you get enough for 9 cards, so I do 1 set, just like they say in the instructions, and then I will do whatever I want for the next ones, right? I'm conscious. I cannot keep anything organized here. Why is that? I'm going to do the dimensionals. Oh, It's been a rough week. I had the new a second ago. That's with the chair. I guess you were on live, so you could say, hey, they're right there, silly girl. But they're not right here. I can't find them. So I do have some here. I will use these, so I can use those other ones anywhere. I do think they fell on the floor because I felt, or I thought I felt something fall. And I don't see it though, but I'm not going to squeak my chair. Try to find it. All right. And then our 3 dimensionals on each of these. Oops. Sometimes you rip them, which is fine. They still work. Just, if you rip them once, don't rip them, especially these small ones. And you can see how it's easier to get them off once you start getting a lot of them off. All right, just for information's sake, they are going over there. I'm going to put the glue dots over there as well. So here's my card base. Right, get it out. Yes, I've stamped on it. I need to get this one here. And let's do some assembling. So these leaves are going to go like this. Okay. So let's just take that off. Careful, like I'm almost folding them over. Maybe I did that one. It's easy to do. Just don't fold it too much. All right. So stick those down. And then this one. Now this little silicone tray is good for putting all of the little edges in there. Right. So stick this on here like that. I do have a bit of glue dot sticking up there. Just shift it slightly. Because I don't think I want glue dots sticking up on that side. Maybe I put them on wrong. I'm just going to shove that because it's just sticking over the edge. I'm just going to shove it down a little bit. And then stick to the card. Okay. So let's do the Hooray. There's no little eyes or dots on this that I need to worry about. Again, this is cardstock, so it's fairly substantial, but just still be cautious as you pull it off. And this is going to go centered here in the middle. Okay. And then the flowers are going to go on. So we've got here. And if you like flower arranging, this might be a good thing or a bad thing. So that's going to go there. Then we're going to take this one. And we're going to put it down here. And this one. Take it over here. All the little dimensionals are sticking everywhere. And this little orange one is going to stick in here like this. And this little one is going to go up here. These are almost small enough. They're like our embellishments. Okay. And then It's Your Day. It's just going to slide in there like that. Oops. Helps if you do it straight though. Okay. There you go. Make that straight. You know what I'm thinking we could do is take, not the Golden Glow, maybe make a Stella. And just put some Stella on there. Look at that. Center stuff. It is a different, like it's a glossed cardstock, so whether that actually stays or not, not sure, but we'll see. All right, so then this inside part folds. So again, another mountain fold. This is going to go on here. To give us that little stopper to hold our card up. And you know what? I think this definitely needs a little bit of Wink of Stella on it. Just to get a little bit extra something. Just cautiously go through. I'm not totally getting all of the inked letter, but I'm just giving it a little bit of a gloss. I really enjoy the Wink of Stella. Okay, so again, this is just going to use our tear and tape along the bottom half. So find your end. Quick measurement of what you need to do. And then pull up. So just a little rub of, make sure that's adhered to the back. Pull off the paper. And then it's going to stick on. I like to fold it so I know exactly how it needs to go. Make sure so this bottom leaf doesn't go over the bottom. Double check you're not running it at the back. And then there we go. It's going to pop up. Just like that. And again, stamping some flowers in here would be awesome. Usually it tells us the colors that are part of it. So, yeah, here it is. Basic black, darling duckling, hydrangea hue, melon mambo, old olive, and timid tiger. So using those two and the stamps to do the inside of the cards, I think would look really quite sweet. All right, number 3. So we've done a pink card, which, you know what, here we go. I've already folded this one. And the oval is going to be used. And this is going to be like a bouquet. So I'm betting we're using the rest of the flowers that are left on here. So we're going to put a bouquet. And then, yeah, we've got all these nice big blue flowers here. One, that one. So I can see there's 3 sheets of these, so it makes sense that one sheet is going to be one flower. So I've got my 3 blue, 2 orange, and then we have these 3 little pink ones. And there's that whole sheet empty. So it gives it a good idea of what's going to be in that, or required rather for that. again, let's stick these stickers on before we go any further. And, you know, just a little push on the back there is making them come up quite a bit easier. There's my large ones. Let's do some medium ones here. And then there's the small ones. Small one there. And small one there. And small one right here. Sometimes these paper pumpkins, you can do them quite quickly. Other times they take a little bit longer. This one is the longer one because it's just because of all these little pieces. But it's these little pieces that are making it what they are, right? Like it's kind of giving it that dimension and giving it kind of that ooh-ah factor. So we're going to pop this in here. It's going to be a little tricky, but we do need something down there. And here. And I think I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to put one over here too. All right, let's do this while it's still flat, because the last time it was a little bit difficult to have it popped up and try to put the tear tape on. So do this. This. All right, these on. Fingernails definitely help with these, which I cut all mine off because I had paint everywhere yesterday. We've lived in this house 10 years, and when we bought it, everything was just that primed doors, pre-primed doors, and baseboard and everything. And we're like, it needed to be painted, but it never was painted, even all through COVID. I said to my husband, how did we get through COVID? 2 grown kids at home, and things didn't get painted. It would have been nice. But anyway, it's all done now. I ended up painting 8 doors yesterday, both sides. It was a day. The reason I'm tuckered today. And around the tub, that's what triggered it all. We had to replace the taps in our tub because they were leaking, which meant that the tub that's original to our 40-year-old home should be replaced, which then meant the surround needed to be replaced. So it just, one thing led to another, and we ended up basically redoing the bathroom or the tub surround. So then we needed to get it all painted. Now, this is not looking like we actually have them matching up to a stem per se. This one does look like it kind of matches that stem, so I'll put it there. And I think I'll do this one here. And then these guys are just fitting in around. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Again, if you're a florist and you like flower arranging, this might not be something that you're thrilled with. But it is very pretty. I'm going a little rogue here on my design compared to what they've done. But I'm just going to stick with it. There. All right, so this one has these little dimensionals end up everywhere. Happy. Just right here. And it goes in under some flowers. I'm gonna just put it here like this. See, I'm having to pull up. There we go. Okay. And then our birthday wishes we need to stamp, and hugs and wishes. So we'll do these out again. And use our stamps. When you get a kit, so as a subscription, you get all of this stuff like I'm showing you. But if I wanted to do more, say as a kit I really like, and which this one is pretty awesome, I can order refills now for it. It's something they started almost a year ago. Now you don't get more ink and you don't get the stamps. You basically get all of the paper stuff and I believe the consumables. So your adhesives. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm getting hot, overheated. I think properly. Yeah, so you can order those and have that to make more cards, or maybe you've come up with some great designs of your own that use these products. You can order them, and I believe you can order as many as you want as long as they are available. You do have to, like I say, be somebody that's already subscribed to it. Okay, let's do these here. And if you could bear with me, I know we're going on 50 minutes here, but if we can kind of just pull out those colors and use the flowers on the inside. Kind of think I'd go out and see what that looks like. So here we have birthday wishes. And you know what? Let's even take what we've got here, ribbon. This to a tiger and oh, this is a pink one here, isn't it? More purpley, the fresh read again. Like some of this white here. Maybe not. No, it's not gonna work because it's got to see the happy birth or happy beneath it. If I put a ribbon there, it's gonna take away from that. All right. I'm thinking that creative juices are starting to take over. Okay, so it was what were Old Olive was one. The colors. So Darling Duckling, Hydrangea Hue, Melon Mambo. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the cord. I didn't mean to do that. And Old Olive. What's the other one? Darling duckling. Yellow. Let's just try some flowers on this. So, first off, we've got, it's like the leaf, the petals are the same. So let's not worry about that. Just use one. Right, to give it a try here, we'll use the old olive. Go. So you can see it looks kind of bubbly. That's getting better. I hope you can kind of see the bubbly look of it, but don't really want that. So let's just put some flowers here. Let's do 3 like that. Ooh, it's a hit and miss. Re-stamp that. Let's see. How good are we today? Ooh, not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. Okay, so there's that. Now we use this one. And this is more of a blue hues. So let's do the hydrangea hue. This way before I make a mess. And I'm running out of room on my desk. Okay. Give this a try. So you can see that's just not what I wanted, right? Stamp it again, give it a little rub. I find especially the ones that have more of a flat type surface, like when you have the letters, they're thin, let's try a stamped off version. It's very light, but I'm going to go over it. So do another one here. And I'm just going to kind of match that up. No, there's no way I'm matching that up. Right. And then Melon Mambo. I'm going to have to do this one as a stamp. One. See. We'll see. I think the stamped off is going to be so the second generation. So we do a stamp. We stamp off the ink, and then we come in and stamp there. Ah, what is it with me today? I am not hitting the mark. But mind you, when I come back in to do a restamp, I'm actually not doing so bad. So, and everybody says it time and time again, pink will stain your stamps. Any sort of pink color, even some browns, because there is that pink in there. Don't stress. That's just the way it is. It's not the end of the world. It will come back, or it won't affect the stamp, rather. I'm not going to bother washing this one because I think I can just use it. Okay, so this is the center of the flowers. kilter on that. And then so now to put all of these things back properly because I totally got them screwed up here. This larger one. So yeah, the red is not going to affect your stamp. How it works, as long as you've cleaned it, you're going to be able to come in with a different color and it'll be fine. Okay, so now let's put this guy on here. Get the backings off. Oops, and wishes. So just put that across there. And then this is going to go. Daisy's here sleeping. And she's starting to cry a little bit. Must be having a dream. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put that down completely. Just going to stick a pen there for a second. Let's put the ribbon in here. Let's just use this white ribbon. Just because I have it handy. I believe it is a retired ribbon. And I'm going to take that, put some tear tape across the center of it. Would have been easier to do this before I put that piece on. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. So I want it to stick to my card. I'm not so worried about it sticking to the piece that's on there. And there's grids on the card base, so I can follow that. There we go. Let's put it down like that. And then I can just seat that off. That. And just add a little bit of a ribbon to it. Bing, bang, boom. And then even pull out some gems. These would be pretty, the gold ones. And again, I believe these are retired gems. Just gonna stick them right in here. And maybe a couple in here. Oh, add just some bling to it. So there's the 3 cards. Like I said, do what you want with it. Jazz it up. I kind of like the flowers over the little hashtags. Now you're just seeing the bottom of them here, but I could put a couple more flowers in there. So that was card 3, card 2, and card 1. You have envelopes, and so these envelopes correspond. So this shape is there. This shape is here. And then this shape is here. They are normal. Like sometimes there's something on the inside of the envelopes. These ones don't have that. So there we go. Our paper pumpkin for July. Thanks for joining me. Take care.